Anyway, so we're now resuming in the room. Astosaleus in the center. You've got several cultists that are mostly passed out as you've beaten them and then subjected them to a lot of pain to remove their marks. But all of their marks are removed.
Are they awake?
No, they're mostly passed out from pain. They got viciously beaten and then subjected to a lot of pain. So even the ones that are barely conscious are kind of delirious and going under.
I'm gonna play some soothing music for them.
Nice.
Lovely. Are you going to use one of your already done songs, or are you trying to craft a new one?
This is a new one.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
Oh no. It's bad.
It's not your best work. For some reason, standing directly in front of a pit fiend just isn't particularly soothing. It's just not putting you in the right headspace.
The man's hushing your vibes, let me know.
Yep.
Yeah. Jazz, do you mind backing up a little bit?
He takes one step back and hits the back wall of the cave.
Thank you.
I'm going to get the knight to help me collect the bodies of the 4 dead guys.
Uh-huh.
And then take them up here.
Where is it up here? Sorry, I didn't see it.
Hang on.
Right, that's quite far. Right, okay.
Yeah, because I'm sure when Saul took us up here originally, he said this is where they throw the trash.
So you're throwing these guys out like trash.
What?
Yep.
Amazing.
Sure, okay.
Alright,
I have no objections.
Both Croc and John can make me some animal handling checks.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That might happen.
Croc and John, wait a minute. What?
What?
Sorry, the knight. My mistake.
You're having the guard rig do it?
No, I think it was Croc and the knight.
Then why do they need to make animal handling checks?
Because of what's in there.
Alright. So
wow,
we're gonna die.
You both do fucking terribly and can move your tokens up there right now.
Oh no.
We're doing so good tonight.
No.
Yep, you're doing so good.
Please don't die. Did you guys say anything before you left, or did?
Yeah, Croc would have been like, I'm just gonna go get rid of these.
Okay.
Right. So the knight did worse. Does a 16 hit your armor class?
I think it does, yeah.
Right. So, Croc, you're piling bodies up there. A tentacle just comes out of nowhere and wraps fully around the knight. Knight, you take 11 bludgeoning and 8 piercing damage.
What?
So 19 damage total. And there is a tentacle trying to grab you into the pit. You now may both roll initiative if you would like to try and,
survive.
Resist this fate.
Can I uncanny dodge that, please?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. I'll allow that.
I will only take 8 damage, thank you.
Guys, we just started.
Yep.
9 damage. Yeah.
They're probably fine. Playing my flute.
Yep, you're dooting away happily. Dutifully.
Funny because it doots.
Okay, so...
It toots.
The knight, what are you doing on your first turn? You're wrapped with the tentacle, you're fully grappled.
Fully grappled, okay. Well, either way, I will draw my short swords, because I will my Worm Razor and Black Blood Blade, because I like having AC, thank you. And I will bonus action steady aim and try and remove this tentacle from myself surgically with a big sword.
Yeah, the difficulty with bonus action steady aim is it takes all your movement and you have none.
I can still do it, it's just that my movement speed is 0, so it's going to cost me, it's going to reduce my movement speed to 0. But it's already at 0, so no long.
Okay.
It hasn't moved.
I'll post it.
I will allow it.
Have it move through your turn. Yeah, so then I will Worm Razor it. Ciao. For 25.
Okay, so you're attacking the tentacle?
Yes, I would like it off of me.
Righto. Yeah, roll damage.
Ciao. Oh, fat sneak attack. Let's go. 21.
21. Okay. You do slash through the tentacle. There's still tentacle on you, but you've severed its connection to the creature that's attached to.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's released you, though. Like, it's a very weird rubbery appendage.
Yeah.
And not attached to creature, it's actually, like, squeezing tighter.
Okay.
What?
That's me.
Okay.
So does he have a severed tentacle on him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Croc.
Oh, not loving that. I am going to.
It's difficult to see this creature from where you are.
Yeah.
You mostly just see tentacle coming out of the darkness.
Yep. I mean, the temptation to just.
Yes.
The tentacle itself has been severed.
But is still on the knight.
But yeah. And the creature was able to reach us both from there.
Yes.
Would I be able to drag the knight away?
Yeah. There's nothing actually attaching the knight to the spot. They're just kind of wrapped up in tentacle, and it's acting like a boa constrictor.
Yeah. So I think it'd only be like 15 feet of movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's half my movement to pull.
Yep.
So I'm going to pull me and the knight back 15 feet.
Okay.
Which spot do you want me in?
I guess just that one there. Seems to make sense. Hopefully I'll just go for the corpses. I don't really have a particular desire to kill this creature unless it keeps coming at us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to cast resistance on myself as a bonus action.
Right.
And then prepare a produce flame. And if it comes at us, I'll huck a produce flame at it. And then if it just decides to chomp down on the bodies, then I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Or if another one comes over, I'll chuck a flame at that.
Fair enough. Is that your turn then?
That's my turn.
Yeah. On its turn, you do see another tentacle, like, visibly reach over this gap, but it does start scooping corpses down. And definitely seems to have lost interest in the two of you, being that it lost a tentacle to one.
Cool.
So, assuming that, like, the knight, are you going to keep going after this thing, or are you happy?
No.
Okay, cool. Then we'll drop initiative there.
Okay.
Can I get this angry tentacle off of me?
Yeah, Croc's
You
gonna
can
help.
indeed. Yeah. Especially with Croc's help, you are capable of doing that. But it is still like tensing and twitching, and it's like it's trying to coil around anything, but there's no sensory organs, so it's just kind of twitching and flexing. It's fairly horrible to look at.
Croc's just gonna throw it back.
Yeah, let's throw it back in.
It's really difficult to handle to throw it back, because as soon as you grasp it, it tries to wrap around you. Like, as soon as it's still got sensation, and as soon as you touch it, it tries to wrap around your wrist, and then you have a difficult time getting it off.
You could just goo it with the black blood.
Is it a spellcaster?
I mean, it goos anything it touches, right? It's just that you get good goo out of casters.
You could try it if you want to.
I'll try it.
Go ahead, go it.
Okay, you stab it with the black blood blade, and it bleeds black. It doesn't necessarily all turn to goo, though. It just, like, the blood turns black.
Yeah. I'll just throw it on the ground and we'll Lonely Island that shit.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not going to crawl away and get up into like any antics while we're gone.
I'm just gonna let it produce flame.
Fair enough.
Okay. It takes a few produce flames,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it eventually incinerates and stops moving.
But while I'm doing that, I will point out to the knight that his caltrops are still here. If he wants them back,
I
because
do.
they clearly didn't stop the Tanarooks and the Hawks.
Yeah, I'll get my caltrops back.
And none of them are bloody either, so it doesn't look like anything went through there. It looks like, you know, they either like teleported or there's a secret way or something, but they didn't go over your caltrops.
You bastard.
At least I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do indeed recollect your caltrops.
And they're clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check if the knight needs any healing or if he's okay for just taking a rest.
He'll be. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
As you're checking, you do hear the fairly grotesque sounds of corpses being sloppily devoured.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just head back.
Yeah.
Okay, you head back to the rest of the party. So in this time, I guess the next thing Outtro has to do is to weave the memory charm on himself. I believe like he's supposed to forget anything and everything about John if he is captured.
Mhm.
Was the
Mind
the
controlled.
contract. Yeah, or mind controlled. Absolutely. So as part of the contract, he will be doing that spell in front of John, like here this is as proof.
I will say, if under the mind control influence, Charles' memories of John and the group will be suppressed for our protection.
Yes. That's absolutely. So yeah, the Pit Fiend will be weaving magic, but he's going to explain to you guys beforehand, like, this is the memory charm, this is part of the deal. And being that it is Pit Fiend magic, it's strangely boring. Like, he ends up, like, just scribing it on a scrap of infernal-looking parchment in Infernal. You can't read what it is. And when done, he just sort of presses it to his chest, and the words, like, burn.
Why
So,
can't
like,
we read what it is?
It's effectively like how do I put this? Calligraphy, handwriting in Infernal. So if you sat down and studied it, you could probably read it, but like it's
not something you're going to be skimming over.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not showing it to you for a long period of time. So you just get to see him like put this contract against his skin, almost like, you know, ready to scribe a tattoo. He places a hand on it and it just immolates against him. And you see like the words are then like burned into his flesh, which then seem to like sink in and heal over. And like you can tell like he's cast the spell on himself. And with that, he sort of like looks around and goes, and I believe that is all of our business concluded for now.
I think so.
Except the owl situation.
That will resolve itself.
So
Now,
you
if there
say.
isn't anything else, and he kind of like glares around at everyone. You can tell by the way he's saying this, he doesn't want there to be anything else.
I'm glaring
John will
back.
stick his hand up.
Yes.
No, you're gonna like this one. How do we make you more powerful? Are you capable of ascending to an archdemon on your own, or devil? Do you have to be promoted?
I believe I would have to be promoted. However, if there were a way to do it, it would be sending me souls. The more hell energies I can extract from evil souls, the more powerful I may become, the more I can make deals, the more I can command, the more I will rise in the ranks, so on and so forth.
Only evil souls?
Generally, we can extract more from evil souls, but I can find uses for less than evil souls.
Cool. Happy sending you evil youngs.
If we make you more powerful, though, isn't that gonna make it easier for Tiamat to, like, turn her, I don't know, like 12... How many eyes does she have onto you?
I think 10.
Mm.
At which point, I will simply pretend I am working with the greater will of hell. Diplomacy is something you learn long before you're promoted to pit fiend status.
You mean
I
lying?
mean, there's like a couple of
Diplomacy.
archdevils, isn't there?
I don't know the state of hell. There should be many archdevils.
And I take it none of them really get along. Like they're not all like, but they didn't meet for like tea and crumpets and gossip about what's going on. They're mostly like kind of backstabbing and for their own agenda.
For their own agenda, certainly. Think of them as heads of rival corporations.
Don't really know what a corporation is. I'm 3 and I
How
was
do
born in
you
a swamp.
function?
Well, I've lived in a swamp for the past 3 years, which is all of my existence. And since leaving that swamp, violence, mostly.
Well, you're certainly learning the way of the world.
It's been interesting.
I mean, violence is just a part of nature.
Oh, it really is. Nature is
Quite.
extremely violent. Oh well. I mean, I get the impression that it's not going to be that unusual if you're just like in there, but not like expressly friends with her.
I
Like-
don't know, because I don't know the current state of the hells. That's something I wanted the imp for, but I
now
will
that you're-
find out.
I was going to say, now that you're free, you can probably just do that, right?
Indeed. I plan to leave, find somewhere nice and safe that I can probably summon a lemure and promote it to an imp, and then send it down there. That way it'll be freshly under my thrall, and there will be no machinations of others that have whispered in its ears. We'll find out what the state of things down there is, and I will go from there.
Right. What are you two doing about communication? I remember there was a lot of discussion about communication. How did you guys decide that you were doing that?
You know, I don't know that ever actually got ironed out in the contract, did it?
No. Every time I brought something up, I was shut down for being too vague or too specific about it. So
Yeah, so where do we actually land?
Yeah, the contract does say communication happens somehow, so there's something in the contract about communication, but
Nice.
Well, the default way it happens is now that John is a warlock of Giles here. Giles can communicate with him when John dreams. So that's a somehow. If we want a more specific somehow, it could be discussed. But it depends if you want a more specific or if you would rather just communicate in dreams.
I
don't really have a preference.
I mean, is sending a spell that John can learn regardless?
Yes.
Well, now
it wouldn't have been very much for consideration because it benefits both Giles and John to have a line of communication.
Right.
The consideration is I'm now more easily able to fulfill my end of the contract.
I think the main issue that we were talking about last time with having some form of instant communication is it puts a lot of pressure on the part of the contract where it says you have to inform Giles of
so
third parties betraying.
Yeah, as soon as you know the sending spell, that means that you're basically on the hook to stop in the middle of combat and do a sending spell if you learn of something like mid-action,
Or
and that was perceived as dangerous.
you put in some kind of clause that says, like...
That isn't required, so therefore it's within a certain amount of time.
Something like that.
Well, sending is a 3rd level spell. So Giles could teach you sending if you want a Giles-specific sending spell.
I'm good with dreams, honestly. It doesn't really matter.
Okay. In that case, if there's nothing else to iron out in the contract, I think Astosaleus is going to try and exit the cave now. He's ready to roll out.
Yeah, Crutch is like, well, good luck.
And what is it that you all plan to be doing next?
I think we're going to be going to the next ice elemental site and fucking things up there.
Ice elemental.
Yeah, I think we explained this. White Dragon, this is his domain. He has a bunch of water elementals with orbs inside them, and he's using them to flash freeze this part of the Sword Coast. And everything's really cold, and we're trying to undo that.
And Astosaleus is going to look to John in particular and say, and your current objective is to stop this from transpiring?
Yes. As we take out these sites where these ice elementals are getting generated, it warms up the region and loosens up the current general's grip on the area. We think.
There's a big powwow between the red ones and the white ones, and the red ones are pretty pissed off because there was nothing in the general dragon chat. I don't know. Basically, the red one's like, it was never your job to terra freeze all of the Sword Coast and make it into an icicle, and they were pretty pissed off about it. But it looked like the wee white guy was absolutely kicking the red guy's face in, from what John said.
Much has changed of the world since I was last active.
I wouldn't know.
Where are you going to?
I am going to find somewhere safe and remote that I can hole up in. Certainly not this cave. I've had far enough of it. Somewhere out of sight, out of mind.
I can't exactly let you out of my sight until Al is back to normal.
The Pit Fiend kind of just looks to Al and looks to Luna. He's like, are you sure you want to follow me?
I don't have a choice unless you can undo that, and I point to Al.
He just kind of waves. No, as I mentioned, the deal is struck.
Then you're stuck with us. At least me and Al. Whoever that is.
I see.
I think we were calling him Brock.
Whatever he is, he's not Al.
He will be.
I have no guarantee of that.
It would be too dangerous for me to lie to an ally of John's.
Maybe. It's not really in the contract.
It's close enough that I wouldn't want to spend time arguing about it in the devil courts.
You guys have those?
Innumerable.
Yeah, for this whole process has taught me that devils are really pedantic.
Immensely so. Far more to our own than we are with you.
Can I use a message spell?
Yeah, sure.
on the pit fiend.
Go for it.
Counterspell. Just kidding.
Initiative.
Oh God.
Into his head, I'm going to say, unless you can help me break the connection to Al, I'm not leaving your side.
And it doesn't even matter that there's a message spell involved because the pit fiend has full-on telepathy. So back into your head, you can hear him say, "What connection exactly?"
He has a necklace. You see it?
And the pit fiend like looks over to Al and like stares for a few moments, and then Al like pulls his jacket open and like exposes the necklace.
What? Why would he do that? He shouldn't be privy to this.
Because the pit fiend is telepathic.
Fine.
So he looks back to Luna and is like, "That can be done. For what?"
What do you mean for what?
There is always an exchange.
Yeah, the exchange is you fucked up Al, so unfuck me from Al.
I don't mind having you following me around. It matters not to me.
But you've expressly been annoyed by my presence many times, so that's not true.
And annoyance doesn't necessarily inflict on my plans. You can annoy me for the rest of existence, but until you cross me, I will tolerate you.
Well, I don't have anything you would want.
Don't you?
Unless you like macadamia nuts.
I don't care for them, no.
I've got a couple rings worth like 15 gold each.
I don't necessarily care for material possessions either.
Then you're stuck with me and Al.
Well, Al's gonna close his shirt back up, put the necklace back away. But he is wearing a... I believe the design is like a little teardrop, kind of like opalescent thing on a
It's a
brown
dragon.
string. Yeah. It's got a little dragon coiled around it, so it's a gem with a dragon coiled around it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I suppose we're all leaving, because I'm getting out of this damned cave. And the pit fiend is going to turn and start, like, doing the same thing he did on the way in. He's squeezing through, but he's, like, gouging his horns across the roof, like, angrily scraping through this cave as he tries to squeeze back out of it.
I believe there's orcs outside, right?
Yeah, but they're not really at the cave entrance. They're a wee bit further back.
I'm gonna fly into Al's head. Let's go, not Al.
Let's go, still Luna.
Wait, you guys are just leaving?
I can't let the pit fiend get out of my sight. I don't know what happened to Al.
He's been pretty honest about it.
John, you can't ever trust a devil.
We're a little late for that.
I did my best.
Well, yeah, but we never got to oversee the kind of deal that Al made. I mean...
Exactly. You know how dumb Al is.
Yeah.
Very good point.
So... I don't understand what you guys have to gain by leaving all of us behind.
I'm not leaving you guys behind, but he's leaving, so I have to go with him. I can't make him stay.
And we can't keep up with him if he tries to fly away.
He only has one wing.
It just means he flies at half speed, right?
No. One wing does not aerodynamically work.
He's
Wonder if
aerodynamic.
push-ups work.
He's about as aerodynamic as my geese.
Yeah.
Honk.
Crowd's just gonna quickly nip over to this guy and be like, right, well, I guess we're away, so good luck.
And he extends a hand to shake your hand, but I don't know if Kroak necessarily knows about that gesture.
Croc just puts their hand out and do you know what? I'm gonna give it a check.
Yeah, you do
Uh,
that.
Would it be history or just straight intelligence, do you think?
I think it's just intelligence. It's literally just
Yeah.
if Kroak has a memory of
Nope.
this.
Croc just mimics it, just like pokes their hand out and just looks at him and like, is this right?
And the cultist like grasps Kroak's hand and shakes it.
Croc just goes with that, like,
Yeah, and noticing that Kroak doesn't necessarily know what's going on, then explains this is usually like a yeah, sometimes it's a greeting, sometimes it's a confirmation of friendship. It's a gesture.
okay, well, we've done the meeting thing, so does this mean we're friends?
Yeah, this means we're friends.
Cool. What's your name?
I'm Zal.
Oh, cool. I'm Croc. It was good fighting by your side.
Yeah, it was good. It was good that you didn't kill everyone here.
Yeah, and that's why we, had to dispel magic and burn all the marks off, because he absolutely would have.
Yeah, I was getting that impression.
Yeah. So best of luck with everything. Feel free to explain it as best you can. If he does get lippy, bail if you have to.
I'm probably gonna stay and try and right the ship.
Aye, no, that's fair. Well, good luck.
You too. And he's like immediately going to tend to the downed and unconscious to try and like get some semblance of order to this place after that.
As Croc is leaving, they're gonna whistle and call guard break.
Which the guard drake will absolutely dash after.
Come on, other Al.
Al Jr.
Really?
We've got two. Let's just have three.
Al Jr. AJ for short.
Yeah, AJ.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Fred and John with Blaze's exclamation. I just imagine it's Fred and John making eye contact. Like, really?
Yeah. Friend's kind of just muttering under his breath that there are like two part draconic members of the party, and he gets named after the idiot. And Friend's just walking after the lot of you.
Well, that's like a couple of feet. Croc will then whistle and call the night as well.
Yes, I assume the knight would be coming, but I believe the knight's player is BRBR.
Oh, so yes, he's still BRBR.
Only
Yes.
one person in the party that is a dragon, right, Bren?
Right, Luna.
I'll say, yeah. If Ren exclaims that out loud, I don't know that calling the guard drake VJ is actually gonna make anything better.
Ren visibly winces. Yeah, no,
Just
fair
saying.
enough. Let's. Never mind.
So now we've got two dragons and a pit fiend. Whatever Kruak is.
Aye.
Oh, whatever I am.
This idiot. I pat Al on the head.
Brock, yeah. We're the stuff of legends.
Not to mention, we still have the corpse that the knight was dragging about.
Oh, we could have Giles carry the cart.
And Giles can like obviously hear this, but a lot of the time just isn't turning around and engaging with you guys. He's just walking. He's walking out the cave. So funnily enough, All right, let's move some tokens. Funnily enough, on the way out, you find 2 cultists that were guarding the entrance that haven't but had their marks burned off.
Oh.
And Giles just kind of stops and goes, "Are you going to deal with these 2 the same way, or shall I?"
Well, let's give them a chance. Hiya, boys.
They regard the entire fucking pit fiend standing there. Like, one of them half draws the like a scimitar, and the other one's like, "What are you, stupid?"
So, as you can see, bad guy's up. He has a general opinion of anybody with that mark on them needs to die. However, if they no longer have the mark on them, they no longer have to die. How do you boys feel about losing your tattoos?
Yeah, okay.
Cool. You alright with fire?
How much fire?
Croc would just set the hand on fire and goes, basically just this pressed against the tattoo until it,
One winces really badly, and the other one's like, "Oh,
It's
yeah."
it's going to hurt, but if you let us do this all willingly and everything, I will heal you.
They turn to each other, exchange one of those looks that you as a party know these looks. It's weird because they are able to exchange an entire sentence with eyes alone. Something usually only done by PCs, and then they immediately draw fists and rock, paper, scissors. The northern guy loses, and then like you can see he's just like, "Oh, okay, so me first."
Right. John will cast Dispel Magic, which doesn't hurt at all.
And he's like, "Oh, that wasn't so bad."
And then Croc would just put their whole flaming hand onto the tattoo.
And then he screams.
Light it up. Light it up.
Now,
Can we use prestidigitation to make it not smell like sizzling fresh, but like lilacs instead?
yeah, let's see. Cool. So this guy doesn't pass his will save and tries to flee out of the cave.
Can I grab him?
Yeah, you can certainly try. I was going to ask, how does everyone react to this? Do you do something? Because if he gets too far, Giles certainly looks like he's reacting.
So yeah, as he leaves my reach, can I grapple him instead of making an attack? Or grapple as an attack?
Well, we're not in combat, so yeah, you can try and grab him as he's on the way out.
Alright, what do you want? Athletics check, or do you want me to roll the hit first?
Yeah, no, athletics.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And he will contest.
Oh my god!
He will contest with his dexterity. Oh my god! He got a 21, which is a nat 20 for him!
Wow.
Oh.
Wow! So, yeah, he's absolutely terrified, gets to the mouth of the cave. You can see Giles, like, how he's, like, lifted a hand, his mechanical hand, and there is a fireball just forming on the tip of his finger. Is anyone else wanting to do something to stop this guy making a very bad decision, or are you just going to let this play out?
I tried.
I don't know if I have anything. I don't have Thorn Whip.
I do,
I mean-
but Luna's too chaos.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind
Also
of made
too
his
far
bed,
away.
you know.
Uh-huh.
Isn't Thorn Whip only 30 feet?
Maybe, yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's still... I'd still let you attempt, like, because he's running away. This isn't, like,
Oh, that's fair. It's not
initiative. Yeah.
Croc just goes, he will kill you.
And that is the last thing this cultist ever hears as a fireball hits him in the back and absolutely immolates him down to the bones immediately. Just...
Croc is mid-healing this guy as that happens.
John's gonna saunter up to the guy that got immolated
Mhm.
and crack his fingers, be like, well, gotta try it, right?
Yes. You touch a creature that Giles killed and mark the soul for Giles, which, unsurprisingly to you, you find has already happened.
Really?
Yes, because he made the kill himself.
Didn't know that was just a general rule. Well, that's fucking lame.
Okay, so the other cultist is now free of the mark and is looking a bit panicked as his friend was reduced to ash immediately.
Burke is just shaking the head like, "That one, Anyway, you're all patched up now."
Yeah, I'm
So
kind of
Yeah,
glad I lost that game.
yeah, me as well. That's really good for you. Now, oh fuck, is his name Zal, the monk?
Something
Zal?
like that.
Zal, I think he said Zal.
Yeah, I believe it was Zal.
Yeah. Now, Zal is in the, the guard room.
Yeah?
Just go. Like he's tending to everybody else who's had their marks removed, and he's had his removed. It's just that he's taken it a wee bit better than everybody else.
We didn't beat him up.
Okay. I was supposed to be guarding in case orcs try and... And he looks, and it's literally just him, and there's a fucking pit fiend strolling out, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the armory.
Yeah.
He just, tries to walk past the pit fiend without looking at the pit fiend, and, keeps catching him out of the corner of his eye, and you can see the man, visibly trembling. But he saunters his way away. As he moves past Al does that, little half-step thing towards him and makes him flinch.
Just imagine this guy awkwardly having to shimmy past Al and then Ren excuse me.
Yep.
Nobody's moving out of his way.
Nope.
Everyone's just standing there.
Yep. That was the most awkward and terrifying walk of his life. But he is alive, unlike the other guy.
Yeah. Grog's just gonna look at the smouldering skeleton and be like, shame.
I wouldn't shed too many tears.
Why was he a douchebag?
I don't know. I didn't know him.
Oh. Fair enough.
Right, so Giles is now going to make his way out of the cave. Are you all going with?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh god, what's that?
Driving my not L car.
Yeah. Let's see.
Too bad, because otherwise it could be considered an El Camino.
I am definitely not holding back on what comes next.
Okay, we've got Giles with us. Just as long as whatever it is isn't immune to fire, we'll be fine. Now we've got two extremely overpowered fire-focused entities traveling with us.
Fighting against ice dragons.
Immune to fire.
Yeah.
They were only immune to fire because they were enchanted by Giles. They might not be anymore.
Maybe.
Right. So, can you guys see the battle map?
Yosh.
Oh man, it's the outside. I forgot what this
So-
looked like.
Are these enemy gamers?
Is
Exiting
it
the cave.
daylight? Is it what time of day?
Yep.
What day?
Exiting the cave, there is a stark difference between the dimness of the cave and natural light, causing temporary blindness as your eyes adjust.
Yay.
When they do adjust, you are presented with a sight of most of the orc bodies being missing from your previous battlefield. What you're presented with is a sight of some kind of fiend in a stooped pose, a small red draconic humanoid behind his right shoulder also posing, a large blue draconic humanoid posing behind the red one. Behind his left shoulder is a small four-armed insectoid-looking creature also in a pose, and behind the insectoid is one of the largest trolls you've ever seen, posing in a damp, mossy-looking cape with a, frankly, gigantic, oversized metal belt around his waist, obscuring his groin, but obviously not holding up any pants. The troll is four-armed and massive.
Are they facing us?
Yes, they're definitely facing you. And now, for my favorite part, all of the handouts of those creatures.
Do they have like a little theme as well?
Uh-huh.
Are they gonna dance for us?
They're posing.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn.
So here you go. Here are what you're presented with.
Uh-huh.
Does
This
the
is
troll
very silly.
actually have a pet like he does in the image?
No, you don't see a pet. It's just a 4-armed troll in a wet mossy cape.
Does he
Okay.
have 2 of his arms crossed?
Yes, 2 of his
Okay.
arms crossed, the other 2 down in like fists.
Hmm.
And like I said, a giant metal belt across his waist, like it really oversized. Like the central
Like a
of the belt
WWE one?
is like a big
Like a WWE belt?
Yes, like a title belt. Yes,
Right.
exactly.
We done fucked up, guys.
So
Giles,
Giles-
are these your friends?
Giles exits the cave and like just immediately frowns and is like, "What the fuck?" And then like the main devil here steps forward and just points to the lot of you and goes, "You have something that belongs to us."
I look at Giles.
I look around.
I look at the guard drake and then
Okay.
step in front of the guard drake.
Everyone is looking confused except these guys who are like maintaining their poses. And by the way, most of them are flexing as hard as they fucking can to expose like rippling musculature. This is the most homoerotic thing you guys have ever seen.
The Comic Con's a couple miles down the road, guys.
Crunch. No, we don't.
I lean over towards Ren and whisper, "The frozen orb is his, still hidden, right?
Yes?
In the bag of holding?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do you want me to check right now?
No.
Okay. And you know what? While you're having this little exchange, Vren's gonna lean and go, "You know, at least 2 of them are immune to fire."
But not now.
But that means you've got 3 targets, buddy.
Right. So the central, I don't know, the green horned one, with the massive axe in the handout that I've given you, is going to straighten up, and he kind of like points to all of you with a massive weapon, although seems to be ignoring Giles's presence. And starts like issuing demands of like, "You need to hand over the orb now, or it will be your heads."
The orb will be our heads.
No,
I mean, our heads
No.
are shaped like orbs.
no, I'm going to have your heads cut off unless you give me the orb.
I mean, that seems rude.
The little insectoid in the back goes, "What's an orb?" Everyone ignores him.
Yeah.
Look, misters, I'm really sorry, but I think you have us confused with someone else.
He looks like behind himself at the tall blue one, who literally pulls out a scroll, consults it, looks to the party, and then like points at Kruark and then shows like the scroll, and he's like, nope, we've got the right ones.
Frog's gonna like look at the pile of like dead orcs and go, "Sure, it wasn't one of them."
Yeah, you're being a bit racist, my guy.
I'll bet myself.
He looks over to the 4-armed troll, and like kind of whispers to him, and like you can tell he's like kind of double checking with the one, like, well, there's a couple of dragons in the group, a couple of demons, and one troll, and he's checking with the troll, and the troll's just like strokes its chin with one of its 4 arms and goes, "No, well, I'm pretty sure that's the right one."
Okay, but
Okay, but
We'd
How
love to help
sure?
you out. Does it have any kind of like detail to prove that it's our buddy over here? Like a size, maybe? Like if you're looking for someone who's 20 feet tall, clearly.
only sex.
And he grabs the scroll from the blue one and genuinely approaches you guys, which causes Giles to step here, nope. Like, and Giles is on the same kind of size as this guy, but you can tell this guy looks at Giles like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with you. So they kind of stop, but he's exposing a piece of very brown parchment with a charcoal drawing of Kroark on it. But not now Kroark, but in the middle of
Nature's Wrath.
Nature's Wrath form Kroark.
Well and large.
Yeah. So a lot a scarier stylized Kroark.
that doesn't even look like our thing.
Ours.
Tree person. Yeah.
Look at how much bigger the teeth are in that.
It's different everything.
Rox just holds up their staff and is like, I'm a spellcaster.
You guys are really bad at your job.
And it looks towards Giles and scowls. And again, Giles is doing that thing. You can tell there's telepathy going on right now.
But they're just JoJo posturing for the rest of us.
Yeah, literally, exactly that. They're just posturing really hard. And Giles is part mechanical, so there's no musculature there, but still, pretty intimidating. But this guy, despite being a foot shorter than Giles, is broad as fuck, and he's giving it his best. And there's also an entire crew behind both of you. So there's literally they're staring into each other's eyes. You can basically see the electricity.
You know, you could talk out loud so the rest of us know what's going on. Wait, do you two know each other?
And they both turn to you at the same time and yell, "No!"
Oh, I think they're lovers.
And the troll at this point gets really bored and is like, "So, boss, what's going on? Are we just busting heads, or?" And the horned green one turns back and goes, "You can't kill the wizard." And everyone behind him is cracking knuckles and getting ready.
Giles.
Giles has a contract with John.
Uh-huh.
And will not let anyone harm John.
Uh-huh. And what was it, the third line of your contract? No.
Betrayal includes knowingly working against each other's plans.
Yeah. I plan to have all of my companions survive this combat.
Intent to betray. Second line.
And when you say that, Giles just kind of stiffens and is like, nah.
Wait, you think they're stronger than us?
If I didn't, I wouldn't have to be part of this conflict. I could leave.
Man, your dad has no faith in us, John.
And again, from the back, you hear, "What's a frozen orb?"
Slowly look at Vren.
Do you really look at Vren after that's asked?
Not like a full turn, but like out of the corner of my eyes, like shifty, like sweating eyes, like
Sweating eyes.
sweating eyes. My eyes are crying.
Gross.
All right, let's. Oh no, he doesn't have any. No, 9 wisdom. Okay.
Can he see me from there? I'm tiny.
Oh, absolutely he can, because he's the one with weird powers.
Okay.
But he rolled a 9, so.
Have we
What's a
managed to pin
frozen
which
orb?
one's the Australian yet?
Oh, that'd be the short red one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in every group of 5, there's always an Australian. And if there isn't an Australian in your group of 5, you're probably the Australian.
We're all the Australians.
There's no Australian in our group of 5.
That's what you think.
Oh shit! Is it just me?
Rich words for someone that's upside down, John.
Yeah, so actually, the red one's going to step forward and be like, "You know, boss, if he's more powerful than you, you can always do the thing."
There it is.
Do what thing?
And the green one is like, "Oh, right, I could always do the thing."
Was it during this conversation? Could I have touched the orb to get my spell slots back? Because
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a little depleted after fucking all of the dispel magics.
Any of you that are wounded could be seeking healing. Any of you could be restoring spell slots.
Okay.
I'll take healing. I was gonna take a short rest, but didn't.
Wait, how would we get spell slots back?
The orb.
Oh yeah,
So
but
yeah,
that shit will kill me.
Crack orb.
Oh, so yeah, I touched the orb not too long ago, so I'm assuming I still had the fire immunity at least for a few seconds here.
The fire immunity lasted like a minute, and it's been a while. Like exiting the cave, dispelling magic, all of that stuff. I think it's been longer than a minute.
Okay, so what's the damage again? Is it 2, 3, C6?
I mean,
4d6?
you've been touching it quite a lot, so let's say 2d6.
Okay.
So you take 10 damage, you get 5 temp HP.
Okay, so I take 4 real damage, wipe out my previous temp, get new temp. Down 4 overall, not bad. Oh, you have spell slots now.
Bells, do we need to fight, or are these guys just going to leave?
I mean, I'm assuming they'll leave because I mean we don't have anything that they want.
No, they definitely want to kill you just in case.
But
Okay.
I mean, go look in the cave. If there's some kind of weird orb thing, it's probably in there.
I mean, we could always just kill them on the way in.
We could kill you
Is
on
this
the way
map to
out.
scale?
What was that question, John?
Is this map to scale?
Yeah, I believe so.
This was the map that was
showing
fucked,
20
I
feet.
think.
Yeah, this is the very fucky
Fuck
map.
map.
Okay,
Fuck
are they all
map.
within a 40-foot radius?
No, I don't. I mean, are they in the measuring tool?
I'll say in the measuring tool isn't, but it's also saying 20 feet per two squares.
I think they all could be.
They could be, but I think the captain stepped too far forwards at this point.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
And Giles is currently not taking his eyes off the captain. They are locked in like that JoJo stare down because Giles seems to believe that this guy is at least a threat and is not taking his eyes off him in case this guy makes a move, which means the captain is kind of like frozen in a similar stalemate, so they're not really going anywhere right now.
Giles, is this
Would-
kind of a devil too?
He's a fiend.
Did you just demote him?
He's not a devil. He's a fiend.
Wait, if we get his soul for you, does that make things better?
And like, there's a little chuckle from Giles, and he's like, "You know what? Yes."
All right.
Hey,
Cash and slow.
All right. Well, that's initiative right there.
We are gonna be turning into an evil party, aren't we?
Oh,
They were-
they're
th-
fiends.
But they started
they're-
it.
They're bent on killing us. That's been established many
Yeah.
times over. I want their souls, and nothing else.
I mean, they were
I'll
just
just-
gonna kill us just to check for an item, so that means they're evil, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that being that they have the description of Kroark, it's pretty obvious that these are Freezer's henchmen.
Yeah,
No,
you didn't
start
really?
it.
Well,
If
we
the
did try.
theming didn't fucking give it away.
I didn't
Mm.
pick up on it.
No?
What we did try
I
didn't
should
work
lay it
to get
on
him off the
thicker next
scent.
I
time.
just thought it was the gay squad just out, you know.
What's protocol?
Does the slow resolve before initiative?
Also,
No, as you start casting a spell, that's initiative. Shall we start doing saving throws then?
what?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, for them.
Yeah,
Yep. Okay, it's fine. Cool.
Calm down, dear.
I was able to satisfy the requirements to get a spell off before initiative.
I mean, they were all like staring us down, so.
So it was difficult, but John did subtle spell.
John's a good boy.
Try to be.
John's a
Then again, I
stealth
did
wizard.
also try to eat a cultist soul.
Right.
Yeah, but
St. Nicholas.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's just a Sunday.
So it's a wisdom saving throw for every single one of these different creatures with different character sheets. Good. Okay, so starting with the
nice and
first,
easy. DC
that's
15.
a 13. So
Nice.
snail.
Boom.
Next one rolls a 12 and gets a snail.
Okay, here we go.
On a roll.
And the
Yeah, at
tall
least
blue
didn't waste-
one is the fastest in the universe and rolls a 6.
Yes!
So
Sorry, because
he
it's
is
wisdom.
slow as fuck.
We're doing it.
He actually had the best wisdom out of the group and rolled a 6.
Wow.
I'm happy with that.
What's a frozen orb?
I hate that. Stop it.
That was amazing. I need to see the voice from now on.
Let's give the DM inspiration.
I mean, that is the voice at half
No.
speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna give the DM inspiration
Oh.
that can only be used on Giles or Vren.
But the 5-time champ is slowed down for no one.
Oh, really?
Yep. The one that resists. The one with -2 to his wisdom.
I mean,
I mean, 4 out of 5 is really good.
Yeah, it is.
You can't stop the champ.
I just said
Yeah.
DM inspiration. I didn't say which side.
Our side, obviously.
But it's discretion.
If
The
we
game team.
if we're meant to see the snails, by the way, we don't.
I
You
do.
don't
I
see
do.
I do.
Oh,
Very refreshing.
Top right corner of their token.
Yeah, the snail should be visible to everyone. If you're not seeing the snails, that's a problem. I don't know why you would
There
not
are
see the snails.
snails and there are HP bars.
And there's a big purple pink
Interest.
square.
I see the big pink square. Yeah.
Oh, the pink
Right.
square can go
This
away
one's
now
got a
because you're
snail. This one's got a snail. This one's
Right,
got
Unless
a
you
snail.
want it to stay.
This one's got a
I'm
snail.
gonna GM layer the pink
Ah!
square in case we need it again.
Okay.
What?
I thought I
think you've
killed it.
startled. Yeah.
I was
Oh.
touching the map and then it disappeared and I was like, oh no, what did I do?
Dude,
had it
don't worry.
highlighted.
It's over.
I did
I
it.
could- I can see it on the GM layer.
There we go. I can. See
Okay. So with no guidance from the rest of the party, but seeing things are kicking off, Ren
Brendan's
could
ready.
see it was kicking off, so he got out of there.
Hey,
And used 3rd level spell and twin spell and is going to haste the Knight and Croc.
Legend.
Yay!
Dun-dun.
So you can have little lightning bolts. I believe you know what this spell does. We've done it multiple times, so
I
Yeah,
have
that's-
no idea. Can you please remind me on what haste does?
+2 to AC, doubled your movement, and you get an additional action that can only be used for dodge, disengage, or a single attack.
Legendary. Cheers, mate.
It's
Fucking
important
arse.
sometimes because you keep forgetting about the extra AC
I do.
bonus.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I need to make like a thing on my sheet for it. Then.
Right, so that's Vren's turn. John, it's round to you. And that
Oh.
spell you just cast.
Yes, I'm gonna step forward, and if that spell that I just cast is my action for this turn, fair play. And if not, I have an
No,
action.
no, you subtle spelled and you passed the check.
Okay. So,
I mean,
in-
especially because what you hit them with was slow. They're all moving a bit slower.
Let me see. We are going to. Oh, that's kind of fun. Fuck it. We're gonna enlarge reduce. We're gonna enlarge Giles.
Oh, okay.
No.
So you want a full-on kaiju battle?
I mean,
If the target is a creature, I mean,
Which Giles
A
has.
fiend is a
Creature
creature
is
type.
just anything that's
yeah,
Not a
thing.
corpse.
Yeah.
Not a corpse,
He's-
not an object.
he's getting big.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
So Giles doubles in size.
Wait. Unless he's unwilling.
He's not.
I'm unwilling to be big.
Huge cyber demon.
And big and
Yeah, that's a big cyber demon.
Oh wait, I can't do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's concentration, so
Yes, it is.
you would lose your
Nope.
slow immediately. I'm more than happy to let you do it.
Nope, I can't do that. I'm looking at my sheet, just like being all proud of myself, because yes, and then oh wait, no, can't do that.
Next time, maybe.
John's just
Yeah, next time we'll do
daydreaming
that
about
instead.
it.
All right, we're gonna go Jim's magic missile
Okay,
into the big boy, right up here.
Which one?
there
They're
are
all
three
big.
big boys.
No, the one that's right up in Giles's face.
The captain, right?
Oh, and it doesn't matter.
Cool. They immediately all go
Ah.
fucking in every direction and just like slam into random objects around you.
As long as that random object is me, because it's
John,
Jim's
what
magic
was
missile.
Oh yes! Oh yeah, they all backfire.
Yeah.
Do
Which
they?
means
Bro.
how many missiles is that?
There's 3. So I take 3
Excellent.
points of damage.
Make me 3 Constitution saves.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, I love it so much.
You did this to yourself.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
We're okay.
Technically 3 passes, as you manage to steel yourself against not the pain, as it's only 1 damage, but the sheer stupidity that you feel that undertaking was. Just sheer disappointment in yourself. You managed to push through and hold the spell.
It's what I get for trying to cast 2 concentration spells, making it halfway through in large reduce, going shit, and flicking a magic missile, and having it blow up as I'm halfway through the previous incantation.
Yeah.
Does John trying to kill himself count as working against Astrolayer?
Not explicitly.
Intention.
It would if-
Intention.
I was going to say,
matters.
it would if he willfully was, but that was he couldn't call the spell backfiring. I would love to immediately just rob John of his soul because of that first backfire straight out the cave. You have no idea, but no, technically not.
Damn.
Our entire side of the battlefield is just face palming.
So, what does it look like for John to cast a spell like that and have it just blow up in his hands?
Oh, this is gonna be perfect. Okay, so because I tried to cast the wrong spell, I'm gonna roll that into this as well. So I fucking flip open my spell book to the enlarge reduce spell or sheet.
That's the page.
Start
Page.
halfway through casting the enlarge reduce, realizing, wait a minute, no, that's also a concentration. So like while I'm still like halfway mid semantic component of enlarge reduce, I'm gonna flip back through my spell book to Jim's magic missile, reach into my pocket to grab a gold coin and then drop it as I'm like going out to reach to flick out the spell, and the spell comes out of my fingers, and because the coin isn't there anymore, to focus the spell, it's all just gonna pop, pop, pop right there. 3 bursts right in my head as my hand's right next to my face. Beard singed, all sorts of.
Aw.
So John's beard is entirely pointing to like the right, and the left side of his face is just blackened.
Yes.
He's got like the wild man Doc Brown hair as it's all like poofed up and like singed at the end.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant look.
Okay, well that was your action. Would you like to use a bonus action or movement?
I used a little bit of movement to step forward the 10 feet or so to get up behind Giles here.
Mm-hmm.
And bonus action, I have none.
Excellent, perfect.
Bonus action, I have none.
I'm a wizard. We don't have very many bonus actions.
All
I
right,
We
feel
so
don't do
that's
that here.
We
That's
do not do
John's
that here,
turn.
indeed.
What's a frozen orb?
I
And then,
hate it so much. You
It's
got
amazing.
no idea.
Okay, so he can do one thing,
Yep.
and is going to do that one thing. So he holds his breath, disappears from the spot he was in, and just appears here. So, like, you guys don't even see him move, and he just, like, zips to that position. Which is actually, like, a fair distance on the battle map. That's 90 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good, considering the slow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and at the end of his turn, he tries to resist the slow, doesn't he?
Yep.
That is a 12. He is still slow. Luna, it's your turn.
Well, still sitting on Al's head, I see John fuck up his spell. Me and the knight are pretty
Wounded, yes.
hurting. So I am going to cast this at 3rd level. On me, the knight, and John.
Excellent. 3rd level means you'll gain 15 health, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Plus 15
Well,
maximum.
I thought it would be 10. It's a 2nd level spell.
Oh, it's
then 10, yeah, sorry.
10 temp and then 10 max.
It's not actually temp, it's 10 max HP and 10 regular hit points. So your hit points increase by 10 maximum, and then you just gain 10 as if you've been healed.
Oh, it's a
10.
heal?
Yes.
it can be used as one, yeah.
Yeah, if you've got like 3 teammates that are down, it's really good for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so max by 10 and 10 healing. Is that...
Yes.
Okay. Just confirming, because that's different than I thought it worked.
Cool.
And that's 8 hours. I guess I will mark myself and try to remember when that's gonna wear off.
Yes, so 8 hours from now, basically,
End of long
when
rest.
you next rest is when we'll probably have that fade, just for convenience sake.
Okay.
Because a rest is 8 hours, so at the end of that it would have expired.
So mark... Well, I guess it would only be 10. Never mind. You want the mark. And... Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, right? I don't see it on the thing.
Bardic Inspiration is indeed a bonus action.
With a range of, I think, 30 feet?
60, I think.
It is 60. I just looked it up.
It doesn't really matter. I'm giving it to Al. And
Woo!
I'm still pretty much on his head.
Excellent.
Is that what he says?
Yep. I didn't even roll for Al. So let's do that now.
Oh,
He would have gone before you.
It's
So
his
now
turn.
he goes after you.
That's my turn. I'm still on his head.
Perfect.
If he moves, though, I'm gonna hover in place, and he'll move without me.
Right. So Al is gonna look to the rest of the party and be like, "What's the plan?"
Kill, don't die.
Beat them to death with your fists.
Kill, don't die.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. So let's see. Cool. The captain. So the most dangerous one there. So Al has to dash to get there. That's as far as he can move. So he's going to dash up to the captain and will attack on his next turn.
What's the heart on
Good
him?
man.
I don't remember.
Okay.
That might have been you putting
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith on him, so I might have to reduce
That
his
is
AC by
long
2.
since gone.
Oh, yes. Right, perfect. So over to the tall blue one. Movement speed is halved, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Can only take an action or a bonus action. No reactions. There's the spell again.
Yes. Now, here's my question. I don't know what happens when a slowed creature is hasted.
They'd
'Cause
probably
that's-
just get back to normal.
I mean, yeah, basically. Because this one, at the start of his turn, kind of like punches his knuckles together and like hastes himself somehow, which means he is now slowed and hasted at the same time.
Oh, he's much too far away for that.
Does the haste go off, or does it have to do the thing where it might go off next turn?
The thing.
Yeah, it's part of slow.
So hold on.
Yeah, the spellcasting thing.
Yeah,
Or if
it's not a spell, it's an ability.
Oh, okay.
It's magic, but it's not like he didn't
Yeah.
cast the spell, he just did a thing and seems to have offset the slow. So he is gonna move.
So he has an extra action, but I imagine that slow would still persist in only one action or bonus action. Unless he
So
would
let's
use
see.
his hasted.
Either use an action or bonus action, not both. Yeah, so he
So we
can
got
still
an
only use an
action
action.
to
So he's gonna
Right.
use his dash, and that's as far as he gets.
Just running in slow mo.
hasted.
He's actually
slowed.
running at no, because he's sped at the same time. Like he's hasted himself, so he's had his movement speed halved and then had it doubled. So he's actually moving at normal speed, but he's looking at everyone weirdly, like, why am I only going at normal speed? Like,
Like he's
I imagine
underwater.
it's like in fucking like Call of Duty when like you start lagging and like he's running on the spot and moving at like a normal pace. Like he's like sliding along the floor, but his like legs are still kicking.
sure, yeah.
Still kicking.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Croc, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, Croc will just go into their Nature's Wrath form.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And the cat is out of the bag, guys. Come on. And using their 60 feet of movement. Run towards not Goldo.
Stop it.
And I'm a smack that bitch.
Go for it.
Skadoosh.
That is gonna hit.
Yeah, because he has -2 AC right now. 12.
Okay, -12. And it crunches into his carapace pretty hard, but durable little bastard.
Yep. 19
Also hits.
for another 13.
Let's see. Ooh, but actually, the way that would calculate out would be so the first and second hit add up to the amount of damage he takes because your hits aren't doing as much damage as you would like. He
Really?
seems to be resistant to even your magical bludgeoning.
What a cunt. 12.
12 does not hit, however.
I reiterate. What a knut. I think that is all of the things. It is.
Excellent. I also need to make a wisdom saving throw for the tall blue one to see if he gets rid of slow, because I forgot to do that. He rolls a 16 and does.
That's bad for us.
It is.
Bummer.
Okay, is that everything on your turn for now, Kroak?
Yes, it is for the now.
And you don't get bigger with Nature's Wrath, do you? That's a separate ability.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
correct. Not yet, anyway.
Alright, so the short red one is taking a look around the battlefield. Everyone's kind of obscured except Giles. He is pulling a fairly heavy crossbow from his back. You guys have seen crossbows. This one's markedly bigger, than most of the crossbows you've seen. Like, it takes him 2 arms to hold it. He loads a very big bolt into it and blasts it off at Giles, which does hit him, dealing a whole point of damage. I have no idea how the heavy crossbow, which is a 1d10 plus 1, but Giles has resistance, so it plinks into him, and Giles doesn't even blink.
Wow.
So,
Crikey.
he's gonna very slowly say, Captain, I think you should do your thing. And it's the knight's turn.
Okay.
Come on, the knight.
Green cunt's captain, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
Captain
scoot to
Nikonov.
there, and he's gonna catch some daggers. I think. Gonna catch one of them.
It's
That's
minus,
not gonna do it.
And
even
then
with
I'm
the minus
gonna
2 AC from slow?
Yeah, minus 2 AC takes him to a not that.
okay, and then I'm gonna remember to sharpshooter this one anyway for less.
Yeah, that checks out.
Okay, so plink plink.
And then the bonus action. Oh my days!
Why?
Plink, plink, plink.
Plink, plink, plink. Good job. That's me.
Okay, so you
slightly
ineffectually
yep.
boomerang the Black Blood Blade 3 times against this guy, and he's built like a brick shithouse. It at no point does it go in. It just bounces off scales.
That's the Raditz of our group.
Wow.
Hey.
What's a Raditz?
I hate this.
Okay, so this guy just points dead at Kroak and goes, I'm coming for you, and just fucking bowls towards you.
Oh, okay.
That's 60 feet. And then yeah, so that's his full dash. So he gets to about there. The one with weird powers is in the way, and body language wise, you can see this guy ain't stopping at all, but also he doesn't he's not intending to stay on the ground. He is doing a 4-armed fucking leap. He's beginning it right now. Doesn't have enough movement in his turn, but he's doing a 4-armed leap towards you, Kroak.
Oh, fun.
He's coming in hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's the guard Drake's turn. So what's the boy doing? Has anyone spoken to the boy in Draconic to give him an idea of where to go and what to do?
No.
I can't speak Draconic.
I don't think so.
Excellent. The boy has no idea what's going on then. He's gonna move here. Well, actually, no. His full movement is here. God, this map is fucky. And he's gonna take the Doge action.
Excellent.
Great.
So there we go. Because he doesn't know what's going on. And then it's the captain's turn. Took him a while. Is he going to do the thing this early? No, he doesn't need to. Okay. He is going to...
Love how you're just calling it the thing.
I think that's literally what they call it in TBZ.
Yeah, he's got a weird ability, and I don't know how it works with slow. So slow says he can, like, make an attack, right?
Sure.
Yeah. He can use an action. He can only make one attack with that action, regardless of how many attacks he could have had. So if he had multi-attack for 40, he'd only get one attack.
Yeah,
Right.
if you hit slow on a Hydra that has like 6 of its heads out, only one of them gets to attack.
Yeah.
Okay, well, alright. So he's got a thing here. He is going to make a Great Axe attack against Al, which is a 21 to hit for 21 slashing damage, which hits like a fucking truck. So Al's going to use, I think it's called like Brace Up or something.
Cross counter.
Yeah.
Come on, Al.
That
So it's
wasn't a nat 20,
1d10
right?
plus your... No.
Okay.
There's a 21 to hit, which actually is only a 12 on the die.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Yup. The captain, ladies and gentlemen.
Plus 11.
Not a weakling, and he would have had multi-attack, but he was slowed.
Thank you, Slow.
1d10
Thank you, John.
plus strength modifier, which is now 5. So that's better. Plus pugilist level, which is 6.
So 1d10 plus 11.
So he absorbs 15 of that damage, but doesn't get to swing back because he only absorbed 15. So
I gave him a bardic inspiration, by the way.
You did. I don't know if he can use it with an ability like this.
Only works on a d20 roll.
Yeah, and this is a d10 roll.
Sad.
Yeah,
So he only takes 6 damage. He manages to brace a considerable amount of it.
in and of itself, very impressive.
Yeah, but a hefty swing. And then, as part of his attack action, this creature can and will move 60 feet as a teleport. So he just appears here after slashing Al behind you, Kruark. So this massive thing, like axe comes down, and then he just like poof and is behind you. Axe raised, going for another one.
But
as
however,
But
part of his attack action.
Okay. His friend's gonna land on him, but okay.
Yeah. Right, so that's him. He then makes a wisdom save to try and get rid of slow, rolls a nat 20, and drops slow.
Can I silvery barbs that?
I'm in danger.